You think you know browser games. Think again, we're about to show you started as a simple flash game you play in computer class. But wait until you see what it's become. By the end of this video, you'll understand why thousands of players are calling this the Dark Souls of browser games. And trust me, that final reveal is going to blow your mind. What's up, Metagrounds crew? So we went down a rabbit hole last week, and what we found was absolutely insane. Remember those simple browser games from 2010? The ones with basic graphics, simple mechanics, nothing special? Well, one of them has evolved into something completely different, something genius, and the community around it. They're hiding secrets that took us days to uncover. Here's what gets you hooked initially. You load up the game, and it looks honestly kinda boring. Basic shapes, minimal colors, straightforward objective. You're thinking, yeah, I remember games like this. But here's where it gets interesting. Within the first 3 levels, you notice something. The physics feel different, too precise, too calculated. This isn't some rushed flash game from 2008. Someone spent years perfecting these mechanics. And then level 15 hit. You like a truck. Everything you thought you knew. Wrong. The game literally breaks its own rules and forces you to think differently. But that's just the beginning. We haven't even touched on what happens at level 50. And yes, we're going to talk about level 50, but you need to understand what comes before it first. So we started digging into the community forums, and holy shit, these players are on another level. There's a whole underground meta game happening that the developers never officially announced. Players discovered that certain level patterns repeat, but with hidden variables. Some levels have frame-perfect inputs that completely change the solution. And get this, there are secret developer messages encoded into the level designs. We're talking coordinates, or GB values, even Morse code hidden in the timing of obstacles. One player, username PhantomFrame, discovered that if you complete levels 23, 47, and 89 in a specific order using only diagonal movements, a completely new game mode unlocks. The developers never mentioned this, ever. It was just there, waiting. But here's what's crazy, and we'll show you proof of this later. There's evidence of content in the game files that hasn't been unlocked yet. Content that might require solving puzzles across multiple browser games from the same era. Stay with me, because this gets even weirder. Now let's talk about mastery, because this is where the genius part really shows. The top 100 players in the world, they're operating on a completely different plane. We're talking sub-second reaction times, frame-perfect inputs, and movement patterns that look like they're task-assisted, but they're not. We interviewed Clearmond_47, currently ranked pound 3 globally. Want to know their practice routine? 8 hours a day, for 2 years, on a browser game. But why? What's driving this obsession? The game has this perfect difficulty curve that keeps you in what psychologists call flow state. Every time you master a technique, the game introduces a new mechanic that builds on what you learn. It's like the developers studied speedrunning culture and designed every single level to have multiple solution paths, but only one optimal route, and that optimal route changes based on your previous inputs. The game is actually learning from you. The AI implementation is so subtle that most casual players never notice it, but the top players, they've figured out how to manipulate the algorithm, how to make the game think you're going one direction, then exploit the prediction. This is game design at its absolute peak. And we haven't even told you about the endgame content yet. Alright. So here's what nobody's talking about publicly yet. There are exactly 127 main levels. Most players quit around level 80, but if you beat level 127, the game doesn't end. Instead, you unlock Echo Mode, and this is where things get absolutely mental. Echo Mode takes every level you've completed and reverses the physics. Not just mirror flip, completely inverted momentum, reversed gravity delays, even time-shifted obstacle patterns. It's like playing the game for the first time again, except your muscle memory actively works against you. Only 43 players worldwide have completed Echo Mode. 43 out of over 2 million players. But there's more. Data miners found files labeled mode_omega in the latest update. Nobody's unlocked it yet. The leading theory: you need to complete Echo Mode without a single death, 0 mistakes, perfect play across 127 levels of reverse physics. One player claims they're at level 119 of their perfect run. We'll be watching them closely. So why does this matter? Why should you care about some obscure browser game? Because this represents the future of game design. Take something simple, make it mechanically perfect, and build an infinite skill ceiling. No loot boxes, no battle passes, no monetization gimmicks, just pure gameplay refined to perfection. The developer team, which by the way, only has 3 people, created something that respects your time and intelligence. In a world of hand-holding tutorials and participation trophies, this game says, figure it out yourself. And that's genius. We'll be dropping a full speedrun attempt next week, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens when we attempt level 50 blindfolded. Yes, blindfolded. There's a reason for it, and it'll make sense once you see it. Drop a comment if you've played this game. Let us know what level destroyed you, and if you're one of those echo mode legends. We need to talk. This is Meta Grounds, and we'll see you in the next one.